you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today on the meditation channel. Hi, how's it going? I'm shooting 2 videos today. So if you see my video on manifesting through the inner child and I'm still wearing this, it's because I shot it on the same day. Couple of things before we start. 1, I'm going through a chemical pill. So if you see my skin falling out, it's because it's literally falling out, okay? Number 2, my camera decided to not work. So I'm using my phone. So, you know, you make do with what you got, but I'm still here. I'm still showing up. Okay. All right. So I wanted to take a minute today to talk about healing, and not just healing. I wanted to talk about the power of healing that you have within you. This is something that came to me one of those moments today when I was driving to work. I was teaching at the Mindery in Malibu Village, where I teach live meditation classes, and I just receive this powerful download, this powerful information about something that I really need to share with you all, my audience, whoever watches this, because I really think that this can be life-changing for some of you, and it was literally for me. So I assume there are some of you out there who would feel exactly the same about this. So I wanted to talk about the inner healer. And what I mean by this is essentially that there are many different aspects to us that live within us at all times. So who I am here today showing up isn't exactly the same person that I am by myself in private. But there are so many complexities to the mind, to the subconscious mind, especially the layers and things that we don't even understand about this world and about energies and our own minds. But the one thing that I think we constantly forget is that essentially healing, as we know, really happens from the inside out. And when we are in a state of trauma or in a state of trigger, we check out, okay? And oftentimes, literally, if you think about the word checking out, we are checking for reassurance, for healing on the outside, okay? We are checking out. And what we need to be doing in that moment is essentially checking in with our state, calming down our own system and showing up for ourselves instead of checking out, which is what we do. We self-abandon a lot of the time, whether it's picking up the alcohol, checking out on Netflix, going on social media. That is me. And of course, that doesn't always help, right? Because sometimes we see something that triggers us even more and amplifies the wound, and then we start lashing out, okay? So the whole concept of the inner healer is essentially that there is a healer inside of us. There is a part of us that knows exactly what we need in that moment. It knows exactly how to heal. It knows exactly what we need. And so we cannot, though we cannot listen to that inner healer if we're checking out. If we're looking for the answers on the outset, we're seeking for that validation, that I don't know anything really at this point. Sometimes we get a little desperate. So how can you begin to check in? So these are the few things that I started practicing lately. And one of the things is that you have to become aware of your triggers. You have to become aware of the patterns when you're checking out. That's the number one thing, right? And once you catch yourself being triggered or checking out, stop. And then I want you to get to know your inner healer. So if you want, you can give them a name. You can give them an identity, if you like, male or female, non-binary. You can make him an angel. You can make him look like a shaman. You can make him look like your higher self. You can put him in a white gown. You can give him a staff if you like. It doesn't matter. The point is, you want to create an identity that is familiar to you. So whenever you go through this moment, you can kind of project it a little bit on the outside, but really projecting it in your mind, which is on the inside. And you're calling them forth to connect with you. And when we're in a state of checking out, oftentimes we're a little bit of in a panic state. We might not look like we're panicking on the outside, but internally, our brain is sort of going, meh, meh, okay, blah. That's what my brain does anyway. So what we need to do often is check in, right? So I close my eyes. The breath is a very powerful emotional shifter, right? So the breath can change your state of being very, very quickly. So taking a deep breath in to just come back into your body, come back into the present moment, and then call forth your inner healer. And what you want to be doing at this point is essentially ask them questions. Ask them, what is going on? What is triggering me? How can I help myself? You can keep it to very simple questions, right? And if you don't get an immediate answer, that's okay. Okay? Don't expect this like being to come down from the sky and go, this is what you need. It doesn't work like that. What it's going to be a very subtle inner knowing, a very, very subtle, I know I got to do this, but I don't want to do this kind of feeling, right? Depending on, of course, the topic, right? So for instance, let's just say you're getting triggered and your first thing to do is to go to the fridge and eat chocolate. Obviously, you're going to go and do that, right? So then you stop, you check in, and then that inner voice is going, don't do that, walk away, go and eat a salad or go and eat something that's healthy or some fruit or something. And you know that that's the right thing to do. But of course, your pain body is trying to drag you to that chocolate. So essentially, this practice isn't about a miracle, although don't get me wrong, that can also happen. It's about building that relationship with your inner healer so that you build that rapport, and then that inner healer essentially gets louder and clearer and more active. And you will notice, I promise you, because when you set this intention, that suddenly people, places, and things start aligning to help you heal the very thing that you are looking for. I can only relate it to something when it came to my lower back. I had a lot of lower back problems throughout my early 30s, and literally to the point where I couldn't walk, okay? And so I was checking in, I was doing a lot of automatic writing, connecting to it. And when you set an intention, somehow, when you focus on something, people, places, and things just start showing up. Somebody mentioned to me that they saw this amazing chiropractor, because I saw somebody and I did not like them. And essentially I said, oh, you know what the hell, I got nothing to lose, I might as well try. And they turned out to be incredible, and they helped me so much with my back. And then from there, focusing on the healing of my back, I started to do more research, and then I figured out a way to sort of maintain my back in such a way where it's healthy and not basically triggered all the time. And I'm going to continue to work on it until eventually I figure out even a better way to keep my back, right? But the point is, it's that focused intention. It's that energy that I'm putting towards the healing and not the wounding. So when you call forth your inner healer, what you're essentially doing is you're focusing on the healing, on the solution, as opposed to the problem, as opposed to the pain. And when you focus on anything, guess what? It amplifies. So I invite you to try this practice. See if this is something that can help you throughout your day. And it's really just a very simple yet incredibly powerful practice. Notice the trigger, pause, take a breath, and call forth your inner healer. All right, guys. Well, I hope this video was helpful. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. If you want me to make any videos about anything at all, leave a comment. I always read them. And hit me up on my Gmail. I forget things. I don't know words to things. My contactmeditationchannel at gmail.com. If you want to join my email list, I'm going to start an email list this year. Essentially, I'm going to send information, updates about downloads, energies. It's going to be fun. Yes, there's going to be some products, some books, some meditations, updating you on meditations on Spotify, or everything that I'm doing. So if you want to be in the loop, send me an email with your information and I will get you on the list. All right, guys, hope this helped. As always, have a magical day. Bye-bye.